Hey guys, this is AFS Alarm 777 of the Gaming Revolution, bringing to you another episode of Pokemon Leaf Green. So, in the last episode, we caught not a Pokedex, but rather a new Pokemon. This here, Drowsy. Perfect. Okay, so today we're going on to the S.S. Anne. The S.S. Anne is known in this game as very battle heavy. So usually if a route is battle heavy, I'm just going to run through and battle all the trainers and then move on. I'm not going to do that for this because there are so many trainers here that have new Pokemon or just are interesting, I guess. Point is, this is a great place to grind for experience before you move on to the gym. So that's what I would like to do. I do want to check something real quick, though. I want to check if I used that Dig TM. I did not. I want to see who can learn Dig. Only Wartortle can learn Dig. Alright. So, we'll just move on from that. The way I like to handle the S.S. Anne is I like to go to the bottom floor, all the way to the left, and start from this room here. You're going to be fighting a lot of water types here, as it's a boat on the water. So let's just get started. So I usually don't have anything to talk about. That's just one thing that's bugged me. Have I talked about Tentacool? Oh, well, I guess I have a thing to talk about, because I'm going to talk about Tentacool, just in case I haven't talked about him already. So here's Tentacool. He is a water poison type, which is why I'm going to stick out with Drowsy here. So, Psychic is good against poison, but why didn't it do that much to Tentacool? Well, you see, Tentacool has a really high special defense stat, kind of like Vulpix I talked about. This ought to finish him off because he got confused. But the point behind Tentacool is to evolve it and not take hardly any damage from special attacks. He's actually a really good wall. I usually recommend 2 tanks on your team. So that would cover the special part. Whereas you can catch someone else to do your physical tanking. He evolves around level 30 into Tentacruel. Tentacruel is just a giant octopus, pretty much, or jellyfish. That's what they are. They're jellyfish. See, I really like Tentacruel personally. If I hadn't had a water type already, I would seriously consider them. So I really do recommend them, especially for how common they're going to be later in the game. It's very deceiving of how good they actually are. Kind of like Zubat. In later games, Zubat becomes really powerful of a Pokemon. But in these games, he's just not all that great because he doesn't have that final evolution. Alright, so let's finish off the shelter here. It looks like Drowsy is actually doing pretty good. He just spammed Confusion and he's getting up there. Level 18. He's a little bit higher than on par with everyone else. So we got Barney out of the way. That's 1 out of probably 20 fights. So let's fight this guy. Matey, you're gonna walk the plank if you lose. Okay, I did not know this was a pirate ship. But it is. So, Sailor Phillip, he's got a Machop. So, sailors and fishermen, you would think they would only carry water types. Well, fishermen generally will only carry water types. However, these sailors will carry fighting types. I think even one of them has a rock type. But I'm not sure on that. And I think we've seen a Machop, but I haven't explained it yet. So that'll give me another thing to talk about. Machop, even though I already killed it, is a very physical attack-oriented Pokemon. He's not very fast at all.
So you're not going to be winning any speed trades once you're really high leveled and going against Pokemon your level. So why is it a good Pokemon then? Well, the damage it outputs is actually very, very high. I already told you it's a good attack stat, but surprisingly so, it's way higher than you would think. Plus, he's not horrible at tanking hits. Seeing that he's not very fast, he will have to tank a hit, and he can do that pretty well actually. So Machop isn't my most recommended fighting type. I would actually recommend Mankey over Machop, just because it's high damage with high speed. But Machop's not a bad choice if you decide to go ahead and pass up Mankey, like I did. Alright, Staryu. I think I'm going to go ahead and switch because I'm running low on HP here. Go ahead and go into Weeping Bell. Weeping Bell will actually be pretty powerful in the next gym. Not because he's got an advantage, just because he can resist. Just in case you guys didn't know, you don't watch the anime or something, the next gym is going to be an electric type gym. So electric types are very, very good against water types, which I have 2 of. So I'm going to have to rely on my other 2 Pokemon here, which is why I'm going to be focusing them here. We've got Rest. Rest is a very good TM for tanky Pokemon. If they can learn Rest, then you should teach it to them. It will make them fall. It will make your Pokemon fall asleep. However, they completely restore their HP to 100%, and any previous status conditions, such as poison or paralyzed, completely go away. So Horsea, I believe I've talked about Horsea. It's kind of subpar in this game. It's just not good until it gets its evolution, which it technically has, but it won't until we complete the game. Oh, got that confused going again. And this should be the knockout. There we go. Who's next? Got another Horsea. Alright. So since this is just going to be a boring battle against Horseas, it seems, I was going to say that what should we talk about, since I usually have nothing to talk about? Well, when you don't have anything to talk about yourself, you talk about other people, of course. So everyone who's watching my channel should have heard of Chuggaaconroy by now. Very, very popular. He's doing a game called Xenoblade Chronicles at this time. It is a fantastic game. It's not underrated by critics. It's underrated by people, because not a whole lot of people got their hands on the game, so they don't really know anything about it. It's only gained a whole lot of popularity because Chugga Let's Played it, and then Shulk got in Smash Bros. So that's really what got Xenoblade a whole lot of attention. And with Xenoblade Chronicles X along the way, it's going to be very, very popular soon enough. I'm pretty sure it's a third-party game on the Nintendo, so I'm not so sure that I can call it a Nintendo game, really. One quick thing I want to talk about. This room here, if you go in here and talk to the woman, she will say, "You look tired, would you like to rest?" And you can rest up your Pokemon here. So it's a great way to heal up your Pokemon without having to run to the Pokemon Center every time. I believe I was in this room here. Okay. So it's not so much Chuggaaconroy I want to talk about, it's more Xenoblade. He is nearing the very, very end of the game. I'm pretty sure he only has 1 or 2 more episodes left. I haven't seen the end of the game yet, so... Now, I promise I won't spoil anything. Why did I do that? Okay, I'll just leave it there. I'm not going to spoil anything. But there's a certain soundtrack at the very end of the game. It's in Smash Bros, so you may have heard it already, but I hadn't unlocked that music track yet. But Chugga said he'd be quiet when it's called To the Final Battle. So he's walking to the final fight, and he just says, "Let me be quiet," so you can hear the build up to this. And it is amazing. I had heard very, very good tracks on Xenoblade before, but this is just completely... I was shocked. I would not expect that to come out of Xenoblade, even though I knew it was a fantastic game already. I wish I knew who the composer was, because that man is a genius. Or that woman. I don't really know. It used to be that if you asked me who the greatest composer was for video games, I would say Grant Kirkhope. Not only because he has great music, but he gets in touch with his fans and actually talks to people. But I'm not so sure anymore, because after hearing all the tracks in Xenoblade Chronicles, it's shocking how great that music is. Drowsy's trying to learn poison gas here. Hypnosis disable. Disable's not very accurate, nor is poison gas. I'm gonna keep confusion, I'm gonna keep headbutt, and I'm gonna keep hypnosis. Question is, do I want to take away someone's move, or do I want to take away their life slowly? I'm gonna say, even though Disable has 20 uses, I would rather have Disable. So I'm gonna get rid of Poison Gas. Mainly because I'm going to be inflicting sleep more often than poison. Alright, so here we have the next guy. Alright, we got Shellder. We already talked about Shellder, so I'll continue on Xenoblade. Fantastic game. Why aren't more people playing it? Well, that's because they couldn't get their hands on it. It only sold a set amount of copies. So it's going to come out for the new 3DS. Very soon, in fact. I'm pretty sure it's either March or April that's coming out. And when I'm recording this, it's currently February. Late February, in fact. Buy it. I'm telling you right now. You will not be disappointed. Even if you don't like how long the game is, you don't like those RPGs, buy it. You will enjoy some aspect of it before you put it down. Unless you just hate good games or something. Oh, I forgot on poison. It's okay, there's no one in here. Hey, macho, super strong, strength, blah 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 blah, get out of my face. Take your item and leave. Gonna let my Drowsy slowly die on me. Alright, let's heal up. And now that we're done with the bottom floor, we're getting closer. I've noticed that the majority of fights are actually on the bottom floor, and you spend the most amount of time down there. I was really hoping to get the majority of the SS Anne done. But if I can, I would actually like to get this entire area done in one episode. Doesn't look like it's going to happen because I'm already at 14 minutes here, about 15 minutes. I only run about 20-minute episodes, so that may not happen. In fact, it probably won't. However, it could if I rush through here really quickly. So let's take down Growlithe. He's gone. Get out of here. Another Growlithe. Okay, he's gonna waste my time. Never mind. I'm just gonna give up on that hope of finishing it. It was very short-lived hope. But I guess I assumed that the trainers were gonna have one Pokemon and that was it. And that's stupid of me to do. Not only that, I'm training up Drowsy, so he's not gonna have a whole lot of damage. So he's gonna roar out Gyarados, so we'll just have Gyarados finish this fight. No, well, apparently he's gonna take longer than necessary to finish. Wow, that burn. Ember has a really, really, really low chance of burning, so the fact that it did it it slightly upsets me. But I'd rather get burned now than later in the game, when they throw some random fire move at me that can burn, but doesn't always. I'd rather get burned now than later in the game. So, heal up, because burn, and I hate it, just in case I actually need Gyarados. So, okay, we got another fight. What's this guy? You insolent pup! How dare you barge in? Alright. Got Nidoran here. I already talked about the Nidorans. I wonder if I can... I probably can't. I was kind of hoping I could one-shot these guys. Oh! Crits! Well, my wish has come true. Alright, Nidoran female. This one is a little more defensive, so even with a crit, I'm not so sure about one-hitting. Let's see what we can do. Actually, Drowsy's a lot more stronger than I thought he was. More stronger. Wow. He is very strong. We'll leave it at that. Level 22, not doing bad. I don't actually know when Drowsy evolves. I wonder if I caught Drowsy and he's just about to evolve before I even really done anything special with him. She would like a cherry pie, but I'm not a waiter, so she can get out of my face. I believe no one fights you in here. Okay, just talking about Wigglytuff here. This is Jigglypuff's evolved form, by the way. Wigglytuff. You probably know that because I may have made mention of it. Now there should be like 3 fights in here, so here we go. I love Pokemon, do you? Oh, well, it depends on what kind of love you're talking about. Oh, can I one-shot? No, it's a lot higher level than that other guy, so I probably won't. But we'll give it a shot. No. Too high level. But that is going to do no damage. 2 damage each time for a total of 4. Goodbye, Nidoran. You were not even worth the time. Except for the fact that I took your experience. Get out of here, Tyler. Wait, I may not have a bridge to push people off anymore, but I have an entire boat. Perfect. That shall be the fate of everyone who loses to me. If they lose, they get pushed off the boat. Get Pidgey. We can absolutely destroy a Pidgey, right? Gone. Done. Never gonna see a Pidgey ever again. We will never fight Pidgeys ever again. I promise you. I was really hoping that would be another Pidgey, just to prove me wrong right then and there. Okay, he should, or she should, hang on with just a little bit more. Yes, she does. Poison Sting, please don't poison. And it does. I've noticed Poison Sting actually has a really high chance of poisoning. It may say that the chance is really, really low. It's not. It's really, really high. Compared to how often fire attacks burn or ice attacks freeze. It's really high how often Poison Sting poisons. So let's take their item, rob them. Brick Break is a really good move. I will tell you that now. Oh, we just hit 20 minutes, so we're out of time. We've got approximately half of the SS Anne done. So it's actually a pretty good episode in my opinion. So we're going to end it here, right next to this woman's bed that we keep stealing so we can heal up our Pokemon.
In the next episode, we'll see if we can teach anyone Brick Break, who would really need it anyway. And we probably won't, by the way. And then we'll finish the SS Anne and possibly challenge the gym. So, see you guys next time. Goodbye.